Do you use market if touched or MIT orders in your trading strategy, or wonder if maybe you should be? Well, today we're going to be reviewing an enhancement where QuickTrade Ninja now fully supports market if touched or MIT orders. In this video, we'll explain what an MIT order is, we'll cover when to use it, and important things to watch out for. We will show you how QTN integrates this feature as a simple single-click solution. We'll also compare this to placing MIT orders manually in NinjaTrader 8, so let's take a look. So first off, let's review what a market if touched or MIT order is. An MIT order is a unique hybrid. It's similar to a limit order. However, it triggers a market order once your specified price is touched. For a long position, you place an MIT order below the current market price. For a short position, you place it above. And this is similar to a limit order. The key difference, however, is that when your price is touched, an MIT order activates and executes as a market order. This means that you are guaranteed of being in the trade. If your price level is hit, you won't get an exact fill price as you would with a pure limit order, but instead you'll be filled at the best available market price once your order is triggered. So when would you use this type of order? MIT orders are typically great for anticipating a pullback, as demonstrated here in these diagrams. They ensure that you get into the market when your entry price is reached. For example, if you expect the market to retrace to support or resistance level and then continue in the original direction, an MIT order is useful. A limit order is also used in these scenarios, but it might go unfilled if liquidity is low at the exact entry price. This is the scenario where an MIT order provides certainty of entry as it converts to a market order upon triggering. So MIT orders are great if you know that you want to be in a trade regardless of your fill price and you're willing to accept the trade-off for that assurance. You're also able to use MITs for profit targets within your ATM strategies. MIT orders offer some great advantages, but the thing to be aware of is slippage. An MIT order triggers a market order. This means your actual fill price might be higher or lower than your set price, and this depends on the liquidity and speed of the market. The potential for slippage is why you might not always choose an MIT order over a limit order. A limit order guarantees your price, but risks going unfilled. An MIT order guarantees a fill, but it risks slippage. So it's a balance, and understanding this trade-off is key to using MIT orders well. Let's take a look at how you would place an MIT order in NinjaTrader. As we mentioned, to place an MIT order for a sell, you would be above the current price. For a buy, you would be below the current price. So as with other orders, you would right click on the price that you want to enter and valid options appear. So sell MIT is one of the options, similar to a limit. So you can basically choose between a limit or an MIT. If you click below the market price, you have a buy limit or buy MIT. Those are the valid options. So once again, this works, but it can be very clunky in real time with fast moving markets. Also with ATM strategies, you can use MIT orders. So when creating the ATM strategy, if you expand the more section, there is an option to use MIT for profit. What that means is if I check that box, I will now be using a MIT order for my profit target versus a limit order. Those are the main two ways that you can manually use MIT orders within NinjaTrader 8. Using QuickTrade Ninja, if you open up the QuickTrader, we now have a new option of limit or MIT. So you have two settings here. For stop orders, you can choose between stop market and stop limit. And for limit and MIT, you can choose between limit or MIT. So I'm going to choose MIT for this example. And I have my long and short entry keys as Control and Alt and my entry change key as Shift. Within quick actions, I now have the option to choose an order type with MIT options. So I can choose MIT directly, or I can use new dynamic order types that include MIT. So wherever limit was used previously, for example, stop market limit, now I also have a stop market MIT option and a stop limit MIT option. So what that will mean is basically when, depending on where the current market price is relative to my reference price, it will choose to use a stop market, stop limit, or MIT order. So I'm going to choose this one for this example so we can show how MITs are used. So we'll start with QuickTrader. I will hold down my long entry key. As we mentioned, MIT orders for long positions are placed below the market, similar to a limit order. So if I hold down my long entry key and click, I can now see I have an MIT order placed. For a short, I'll hold down my Alt and click above the market, and I have a sell MIT order. So those are now functional with QuickTrader. For my quick action, I'm going to demonstrate using the buy 14 EMA. I have that as a dynamic order type. So as I click it now, because the EMA is below the current market price, it uses a long MIT order. And as the current market price goes below the 14 EMA as a dynamic order type, it will choose the stop limit or stop market, depending on which type I have selected. So as you can see, as I click the quick action, it continues to move the MIT order as well. And I go ahead and move this so that that it will activate and enter us into the position. So we now also have this example where the profit targets are now showing as MIT orders as well. So I can now move my target. Since this button here is assigned to my targets, it's moving them by 10 ticks, and it will also move the MIT profit targets. So this is basically how QTN has been enhanced to now fully support MIT order type, either as entry orders using QuickTrader or quick actions, and also the ability to move the profit targets that are MIT as part of an ATM strategy. That's it for today. Don't forget to go to our website, which is linked in the description, to download your free trial of QuickTrade Ninja QTN so you can try out these features for yourself. If you found this video helpful, we'd appreciate it if you'd like it and subscribe to receive future videos. We really appreciate that. It helps us reach more traders like you. Thanks again for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.